So I believe purpose is kind of, blown out of proportion today. That one purpose. No, it can be different for all of us. Today, the purpose of a child is to play and have a good time. That purpose is going to change as the child grows. So I think we need to expand our thinking about a purpose, but be more mindful about intention.
Hi, my name is Zenka Caro. I'm founder of LightNet, and my passion and purpose is to remove the word impossible from our minds. I'm not the only one. Luke Coutinho has worked with celebrities, government officials, and everyone in between around the globe to create radical healing. He does this through a very interesting modern blend of medicine. He calls this holistic nutrition and integrative lifestyle medicine. What does this mean? He looks at cellular nutrition, getting adequate exercise, good restful sleep, emotional well-being, and he also looks at the spirit. He has done incredible things in this world to move medicine forward by leaps and bounds. He has a community of over 1 million people, and we're honored to have him part of the Purpose Lab.
So we had all the enemies, from a lot of doctors to whatever. And I spoke to my dad one day. He said, listen, if you've been brought here to this particular point, your job is to continue. Just keep moving. Today we have doctors working with us, part of our team. We have referrals because we kept believing what we were doing. Many times the challenge was, are we doing the right thing? But we were getting results. We were getting more and more patients than we could handle. We had a wait list of 300 patients at a particular time. And we kept thinking, we're not selling a product. We don't have anything to sell. We're coaching people. We're changing their lifestyles. And then that belief, I kept that belief in my mind right through. And those were the challenges that we overcame. I just lived life mindfully and I flowed. I never knew. I absolutely never had a plan to do what I'm doing today. I studied, but I moved into the corporate world. But I lived life. I remember my dad always saying, flow with life, but be mindful. Flow. And at the age of 34, it hit me. I got my calling. I realized I had a gift and I enjoyed what I did. That became my passion. It doesn't mean I can't have other passions, but this gives me joy. It gives me so much joy, even though my line has a lot of death. I wake up every morning with 3 or 4 messages of patients who have passed through, overnight. But it gets me joy to know that, hey, you have a gift, you can use it, it's got a result, you're making value and impact. That's my purpose, that's my passion. Yeah, so a lot of people ask me what my purpose is. My purpose is my next patient. It's never changed. My goal is my next patient. People say, but what about your family? Yeah, that's there. That's my responsibility, that's my love, but this is my purpose. And if I'm able to fulfill this purpose, everything around me gets better. So that's my passion and that's my purpose. And Chris, a lot of people say, they stop living life because I need to find my purpose. I'm sad because I don't have my purpose. I believe while you live life, you will find your purpose. It's right there in front of you. And you know what was a shift in my thinking about this? I once had a housewife who said, because I asked these questions, to a lot of our patients, do you have a purpose? Because it's nice for them to lean on something, a purpose, when they're going through a deadly disease. And she said, Luke, my purpose is to be a housewife, to have a hot meal for my kids and husband and see them enjoy it. And I was like, wow, she said, that's my purpose. That's what I love doing. And our purposes can keep changing. Right now, my purpose is to sit over here, contribute generously, learn from so many people. That's my purpose. So I'm not going to hide behind and say integrative and lifestyle medicine is my only purpose in life. There's purpose all the time, because if we have purpose, that means we have intention. So I have intention, I have purpose right now. If I'm going to swim, it's to have a great swim, enjoy myself. So I believe purpose is kind of, blown out of proportion today. That one purpose. No, it can be different for all of us. Today, the purpose of a child is to play and have a good time. That purpose is going to change as the child grows. So I think we need to expand our thinking about a purpose, but be more mindful about intention. Absolutely. So when I started off about 13 years ago, I was this one guy in India talking about a field of medicine that only existed in the United States of America, and that too with difficulty. It was even a challenge for practitioners over there, because medicine was used to other forms of medicine saying, don't take conventional medicine. We were not that. So we had all the enemies, from a lot of doctors to whatever. And I spoke to my dad one day. He said, listen, if you've been brought here to this particular point. Your job is to continue. Just keep moving. Today we have doctors working with us, part of our team. We have referrals because we kept believing what we were doing. Many times the challenge was, are we doing the right thing? But we were getting results. We were getting more and more patients than we could handle. We had a wait list of 300 patients at a particular time. And we kept thinking, we're not selling a product. We don't have anything to sell. We're coaching people. We're changing their lifestyles. And then that belief, I kept that belief in my mind right through. And those were the challenges that we overcame. So other than that, there were really no challenges. Of course, sometimes we have challenges of families that we're dealing with. When the patient's dying, how do you manage the families, the emotions that come? Because no one really teaches you how to handle the emotions of people who are dying and their families as well. But that's been a challenge which is more of a life learning for us. We've kind of converted a challenge more into a life learning. I had a cancer patient. I got a call late at night one day in Mumbai. It was a very big family in India. They said, we're going to fly you down, you need to see a patient. So I said, what kind of case is it? They said cancer, and he has a few weeks left to live. So I said, how can I help? I'm a nutritionist. Like, what can I do? And the wife was very insistent. She's saying, Luke, please come. Just, whatever last days, maybe quality of life, some food. I went, and while the patient was sleeping, I was going through his medical records, 5 years of cancer, and all I could see was low immunity markers, low vitamin D3 levels, low B12. And for me, that's what the body needs for the immune system. Something said like, hey, just start putting this back into his plan. This guy lived on for 4 years. In a week, my life changed. I had calls coming in from different parts because word of mouth. They were like, what magic did you do? Nothing. We just put the fundamentals back in place. What the body needed. B12, D3 for the immune system, bring down inflammatory markers. That was a changing point, and that's when I realized that, hey, there's something beyond that a lot of people are missing. I see it. And I said, I want to fill that gap with lifestyle medicine.
Are you looking to begin your life of passion and purpose? We are waiting for you with our groups of 8 to 12. These loving teams are formed to look over our success data to find the fastest and funnest and most direct way for you to find your purpose and calling in life. To find out more, go to holomovement.net/purpose.